All right. Okay. Oh man. Whew. I ain't wearing this hat in like a long time. Like I think it's like my first my first video on YouTube was the first time. Well, it wasn't the first time I wore this hat, but it was like the first time. This is the first time since my first video. I had this AI hat since I was a kid. I don't know how I should feel about that because I can still fit the hat. Allen Iverson obviously is like my set. Well, I mean, he's my second favorite player of all time. It's almost 1A, 1B with Dirk Nowitzki. But yeah, man. Shout out to the big homie. Yeah, man. Let's get into it. Y'all already know, man. It's like if you listen to podcasts if you listen to anything, you already know what I'm gonna talk about. You already know. Like I can't even do quarantine talk. Like I can't even do that because it's just like it's all embedded together now. It's just it's so much. It's like the only thing I can say about quarantine or pandemic, it's still here. It's still killing people. And yeah, that's all I got for that. But we're going to talk about everything that's going on. I like to call it the rebellion. Some people, some media and audience and racist people will call it, rioting and looting. I mean, it is looting. I heard rioting. I don't really like the word rioting. I should say it's more rebellion because that's what we're doing. Is a rebellion? We're rebelling, systematic oppression, white supremacy, racism, and it's not like, fucking when your favorite sports team wins a championship and you're out here fucking setting things on fire. So I don't even know where to start. But let's see. Well, we could start with celebrities. We got the good and bad celebrities. The good, where everybody knows John Boyega and what he's doing and him speaking out very strongly against, racism, white supremacy, oppression against black people. And, seeing his speech online and seeing how passionate he is very inspiring. And it's just really good to see. Keke Palmer, another, where she's talking to military. We got military out here. We have military out here, bro. Like, that's insane to me. I don't even know, are we in martial law now? I think we are. They haven't said it officially, but it feels like it. Like it's a curfew now, and I'm working, so I gotta have a paper of me being like a worker. It's man. But seeing Keke Palmer, saying what she's saying is dope. It's inspiring. And there's other celebrities that have been supporting, whether it's donations, putting the word out on social media, going to protests. You see athletes, Jaylen Brown. I already knew since the beginning because even when he first started in the NBA, I've seen interviews of Jaylen Brown. He's a very intelligent person, so I already knew he's definitely going to be one of the faces of not only basketball and sports, but just being an activist and, you know, somebody that that's like a, I wouldn't say like a spokesperson, but just, you know, somebody that can speak out and be well spoken. But let's get on the bad celebrities. We can start with Shameik Moore. Shameik Moore. Take a cab. Take a cab is what he says. Rosa Parks, take a cab. Take a taxi. A taxi. People just got to start reading. I think this is showing a lot of people who were not good in school. Like, I didn't like school, but I did my work. I paid attention. I did my best to learn. A lot of people, some of y'all just didn't give a fuck. And you ignored everything in English class and in history. But history in school really didn't teach you much, but you should have had that wanting of knowing more. But I'm trying to think, because we all love Spider-Verse. I don't know. We're gonna. I still want to. It's such a good movie, man. And there's people that have created that movie that are pro-black and are against this and against racism and stuff. So you know what? I'm gonna watch it because I know there's people out there that is not like Shameik Moore. Who else? It was this one. I don't know her name. I know she's like a reality star. But she like crying on about a Gucci store getting destroyed. Yeah, that's very strange. Crying over a Gucci store. Do Gucci even like, aren't Gucci racist? There's a lot of racist white designers out there. I don't know, and I think she's from like Atlanta, where there's a lot of black people that design and are designers that could use that help. And you doing a Gucci store? I don't know, man. How do you even cry over a material thing? Like, I can see like maybe if like your house gets on fire or burned down, it's like, damn, that's, you know, you got stuff that sentimental stuff in your house, but you crying over stuff that just get hammered out and recreated again and again. Like, if you're in a house burning down, then you got pictures, trophies, statues, or whatever art stuff that might mean something to you. Like even like just certain things. I mean, books, tables that can be like part of your family or whatever. But a Gucci store? No. Who's next? Oh, Virgil. I didn't know who Virgil was. Like I was looking on Twitter and social media and people were making jokes about Virgil and I'm like, yo, who Virgil is? Who is Virgil? I don't know. And then somebody said it was Kanye's friend. And I was like, oh shit. I kind of knew him, but I don't. It's just like, and then like, so Virgil was like defending his friend's store being destroyed while his friend was like, nah, homie, I'm good. Let them do them. How I feel about the writing and looting is I support it, you know, because the intentions for that was to get your attention, which it did, which it was successful. So I'm all for that. Like it's I think it's starting to transition into peaceful protests, which I can appreciate because then peaceful protest will transition into how we're going to change the system and change the government, which I'll get to that. in a second. But the way the jokes, like, I'm gonna get you 2 Virgils, dog. The jokes, man. But yeah, he supported his friend, and then he donated $50 and he put it on Instagram. This man's net worth is like 3, 4 million, 5 million, I think. Dog, what? $50, and it doesn't. It didn't help because Drake donated $100,000 that quickly. 50 ball, bruh. I be donating 50 ball. I ain't worth $3 to $4 million, bro. This man was like $50. There y'all go. 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 And then he had a picture of like his family. I don't know if it was like his wife or something. And they were like white. It didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. It looked like they were like in some field. And he was out. It doesn't look good when you're in a field and you're the only black person with white people there. That never is going to help your cause at all. But a 50 ball, bro, he went. This man went on all the GoFundMe's and Funmies, and he was like $50. $50. $50. The man, there's like that meme where you put it out like that, where the meme is like, there you go, $50. He put the $50. Like $50. Oh man, bro. Oh man, that whew. Oh man. But then we're gonna go to corporations, man. The 2 biggest corporations that stand out in a good way is Nickelodeon and Ben and Jerry's. They were very well written, and for Nickelodeon, they put on before they showed like an 8-minute video or an 8-minute video of somebody breathing. They said they were going to do that. People were still mad. White people. Somebody had a video. A white mom had a video of their kid being scared, even though just changing the channel. They had to record it too. Whatever. But you know, black kids got to go through this in real life. So, Ben and Jerry's always, what am I talking about? Ben and Jerry's, they talked about, you know, just basically the history of like it was almost like a short essay of just being like, yeah, man, we support y'all. It was really well written. But how I feel like about like seeing a lot of corporations, I just seen let me look. I just seen a corporation, because how I feel about it is like pay up, pretty much. It's like it's cool that you stand with us, but we need your money. And Lego did that. You know, they said they stand with the black community, and they're donating $4 million to the organizations dedicated to supporting black children and educating all children about racial equality. That's what you need to know. Cough up your cheese, bro. All you corporations, you got it. You got the money, bro. You have the money to do that. that simple. You're getting billions. And that's why I support, in the beginning, the looting and rioting, because it was just like, it's also people defending like these big corporations about it. And it's just like, bro, if you got the money, like Target, to be, and they're also insured, they'll be fine. They will rebuild it. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's the small businesses, the black-owned small businesses, that needs to be protected because they don't have the money to, and we're also in a pandemic. It's like they're already, the funds is low. So it's just like those are the businesses that need to be protected and, that needs to be helped and funded to be able to come back and be open and serve. So that's how I feel about the corporations. And it's like, let's see here. Oh, come on, cuz. Always buzzing. All right. Well, let's talk about something that's kind of, it's funny, but it's funny. It's like in all this protesting, we seen like the strangest things. It's like Avengers. This is like reality Avengers for us. It's like we got witches, the Amish, and Anonymous coming for our help. We're coming to help us. And it's like, first of all, like everybody, I want to know too, how the hell did Amish know? Like where are they? Who is sending out these messages? The only thing I could think of is they were walking into town, into a city, and they heard it, and it's like, oh snap, shit, let me go tell the homies, and we gonna pull up. That's the only thing I could think of, cause there ain't no way we ain't sending birds, ain't horses running around, ain't no messengers, and then witches. Hey man, we got witches, bro. We got witches, dog. I don't know too much about it, but we got witches. And Anonymous, it's interesting because I know the last time they showed they face was like, it was when they like exposed like a dating website of a bunch of people, and it was like breaking up families and shit. Shit was funny. But then against us, we got, like I said in the last episode, Wheelchair Lady. Now we got Bow and Arrow Man, and we got Sword Man, and they all got beat the fuck up. Like they all got jumped. I can't imagine getting jumped by like 30 people. That's ridiculous. That's beautiful. It's beautiful to see because of the situation, but imagine getting just duffed by like 30 people. And then we have Batman out there. Salute to Batman. I know a lot of people hating. I don't know I think I did talk about Batman and slander. I think I did, but I don't know. Did I? About the Batman slander? I don't know if I can even talk about the Batman slander because there's so much going on right now. But like, yeah, man, I'm a Batman fan. All the Batman jokes are hilarious. You gotta. I mean, like that's the point of Batman. It's a fantasy world, so it couldn't happen here. It would be impossible. Like we not having like a rich billionaire coming out here just smacking people in the face in the streets. Like, of course it's not gonna happen. That would be. That would just be just like, dog, what are you doing, man? You got money. Like, bro, just donate your money. It's kind of like seeing one of these corporations just be like, They just sending out like just a bunch of rich people being like fake superheroes. It's like dog. It's like who like Apple or um TikTok or whatever the fuck being like, yo, we just gonna send out some people in costumes to help you guys. Like, what the fuck? Why are you sending out people in costumes to protest? Like, donate. That's how. Oh man, I wouldn't be surprised if people just come. We already got. We just got a person come out in costume, so anything could happen at this point. I didn't even talk about aliens. There's been a lot of aliens showing up. I feel like that's. I'm, I'm about to say it like it's a TV show. I feel like that's coming soon. I feel like at the point now, we don't even. We're not even phased by aliens anymore. Like, if aliens start showing up to our doors, we just like, hey, what's up, dog? Like, we support y'all, bro. Like, we've been talking about y'all for years. Most of us believe y'all was here already. So it's like, shit, man. If y'all need somebody to fix one of your shits, hit me up, dog. I'll apply. They don't pay me shit. Like, this government don't give a fuck about me. Like, dog, what y'all need, bro? I got y'all, bro. It got benefits. Like, do I get to sleep? Can I get a nice bed? You feel me? Like, dog, just let me know. Let me know what you need. You feel me? Like, I got y'all. I got y'all. Just let me know. Um, let's see here. Oh, and like another thing, this is going to get kind of serious. Um, is seeing the media uh, like portray uh, protesters. I mean, they always been portraying black people like they are the enemies, they're the villains in this world, and it's just fucking annoying. While we've had, I think I've seen we have like 29 people still be murdered. 29, I think, protesters, and possibly, I think it was one dude who was like armed, but we're still having people killed by police that are unarmed, even after George Floyd. Um, Police have been obviously just videos and videos of them continuously abusing their power, shooting. I didn't even know rubber bullets was that big. Dog, that shit looked like literally like small grenade fucking launchers. Like I'm looking at people's faces getting shot by them, their legs, body parts, and I'm just like, bro, what are these bullets? And then I see pictures of these bullets, and I'm like, dog, these shits is huge. I thought they were like just kind of like round rubber bullets, but these shits look like fucking. And then somebody got hit with like a tear gas in their eye, and they went blind in one eye. It's like, bro, like you can't even use tear gas. That's like illegal. How are they using that? Now they're destroying med tents for people to get help. That's illegal. It's like, it's the continuously just shitting on black people, just looking for justice, equality, just simple human rights. I'm sorry. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb. It's just people, it's just the police continuously just kind of just abusing their power, man. And just like, the only way I feel like this is going to change, if I said this a long time ago, and I didn't say it publicly, but is the system, the government, police department just need to be destroyed and rebuilt because that's the only way. It's like, I didn't even want to come on here and be like, oh man, but this is what black people got to do. It's like, black people, we know what we got to do. We know that. We've been knowing that for years. We will figure that out. But this is on the government. This is on our place that we live, our home, that they're doing us wrong. They're making it 100 times harder to live in this country. One thing that's strange to me is like, people act like black people never like try things. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never tried to go and vote, or have meetings and stuff. And it's like, they do that. Now, do we need more? Yes, we do. We do need more. But you can't put so much blame on people that are oppressed by their own government, that are literally the targets in their own country. Like, you have to give some leeway. And as a black man, I do take responsibility of, we have to be able to speak up. Well, we have to speak out more. And like I agree with a bunch, like all of John Boyega's saying, we have to protect black women, we have to protect black kids, we have to protect all of black people, the LGBTQ community. We have to protect them too, because that's our responsibility. You know what I'm saying? You can't be pro-black and not support everybody black and not protect everybody black. You know what I'm saying? So we have that responsibility as just straight black men. It's like, seeing that growing up, you see that strange comfort zone that is not good. You have to get out your comfort zone and embrace everybody. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's one of the parts. Like, we know we have to do it, and we have to take that step. So we have to get better on that. But like I said, it's tough, because as a community, we're just all mentally just fucked up. Because it's like, because I was thinking about it, by a bunch of people be saying like, man, I wish we had leaders like Malcolm X and MLK. I wish Nipsey was here and stuff. And it's just like, bro, we don't have those leaders because they killed them all. And then it's like, man, we got the communities, build these, cities and thriving black communities and cities. And it's like, they destroyed Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So it's like, they're building that fear into black people, which is like, we can't have that fear. We won't have that fear. Because it's like, what else are we going to do? We're not going to submit. Like, it's no point. What do we do? Like, what are we really doing if we just like, oh well. Like, I get it. I understand, because people got families, and you want to be there. Like, it's like seeing George Floyd. He had a daughter. It's like, you want to be there. But you also, if you want to have that change, your life is going to be put in danger. Dude, your life is in danger now. Like, and it's like, we're not even, at the point where we're, coming together and, figuring out, what I'm saying? Like, building something. So we can't have that fear. We got to build these communities, and we got to, support, man. We got to support ourselves, man. And I don't know if we need like a leader to like be, I don't know, like statuesque or something. But man, like for me, I was always like the team guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was funny because I was watching the Insecure episode, the last episode where Lawrence and Issa was on a date, and seeing Lawrence talk about how it was like he thought he had to be a leader to create these ideas and and like kind of like be successful. And it was just like he's like, nah, man. Like I realized that I don't really need to be a leader. I don't really want to be a leader. Like I'm okay with helping out somebody else's ideas and supporting somebody else and being together and like being a part of a team. And I was like, damn, dog, like that's me. Like I never really cared about, you know, being the guy in the spotlight or whatever. It's just like, man, I just want to be part of something that can just bring people together and create something powerful, you know, something beautiful. And it's like, man, I'm like, a lot of people always dog Robin, but I'm like, bro, Robin is cool, man. I'm cool with being Robin. You know, shit. Dwayne Wade, he was Batman, but then he was like, yo, it's cool to be Robin, bro. They got 2 championships out of it, bro. My favorite Robin is Dick Grayson because he went from Robin to Nightwing. Then he went to being Batman for a little bit because Bruce Wayne disappeared, which was a dope comic book. So it's just like, man, if we can have that mentality of just being like, bro, let's just build something together. And that's why some of my favorite people are 85 South comedy group with DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller, Chico Beam. Is because they know it's like it's not about one person. It's never about one person. You know, we ain't like we have to be out there and show people like, yo, it's okay to be together. It's okay to show love to each other. It's all right. We don't like no tension, nothing, bro. Just we can create something really big. You know what I'm saying? We can live how we want to live if we just do it together, man. And that's it. That's it, man. That is it. Yeah, man. I told you this podcast episode, man, it's gonna be everywhere, bro. Like I didn't like the docket. I had stuff to talk about, but I was just like, I don't know where I'm gonna start, where I'm gonna end, where I'm gonna go off to, but yeah, man, that's just what it is, man. We're everywhere right now, man. So yeah, I wanted to talk about Drew Brees real quick because that was another person I wanted to talk about. So Drew Brees, he basically was supporting. Well, he is supporting the cops. He was just like, I first said, I think on video, he was like, yeah, I support the cops. I don't know about this rioting or this looting or protesting and stuff, but I'm cops. I'm cops. Pro cops. And then we called him out on his bullshit. And then he went back and wrote something. Basically, was like, I understand. I'm sorry for my comments. Yada, yada, yada. I apologize. But the apology is just like, bruh, it was honestly, it wasn't going to help. It really wasn't going to help because it's just like, bro, you said what you said. You was always... I think it was my brother. He basically just called him Bootstraps Breeze. So it was just like, bro, we already knew what you was on. So it was just like, man, it's whatever, dog. Like we not. I don't even. The thing is like he's still gonna keep a job. He's still gonna get paid. But, you know, we see what Kaepernick, you know, what he does when he speaks out. And then I seen a video on media. I think it was like, I didn't watch the video, like the video I seen that people was talking about it, where it was basically telling, like, well, it was a woman, I forgot her name. Shit, I be forgetting people's names. She was talking about, like, telling, like, KD and LeBron to shut up and dribble, and then she said, but Breeze, you can talk. Hey, man, you can talk. It's a constant reminder of, like, dog, this is why we say all this. This is why we protest. This is why we continue to speak out. Because it's just like, bro, man, it's just blatant. It's blatant. And a lot of times these people, white people, is like, either they're ignorant or they're just, like, they know, but they just don't give a fuck. And that brings me up to a quick story. That's a quick story. Good thing I thought about that. So it was a few years ago. I was going to a Buffalo Bills training camp with my friends. And we went, had a good time. We started coming back home. And we had to go through this town. And the way to paint this picture of this town is like, you know how you see on sets, like film sets of like towns, and this shit just looks like, it's in the woods, kind of, but it's like a town. It's like it looks just perfect kind of way. And you see like white people, it's just a bunch of white people. It's white people running, jogging, white people fishing, white people at cafes drinking, their mocha tea, whatever the fuck. White people bike riding. And I'm just like looking around while we drive through this, a little nervous because there's 3 black people in the car. I'm just looking around. I'm like, man, they probably don't know nothing what's going on in the world. It's literally, it really did feel like a bubble. Like it was just like we were in a bubble, and then we were out the bubble, and it was just like, dog. It's like you look at them, and it's just like, man, these dudes are just living their lives, and they probably don't know what the hell is going on, or they just don't care of what's going on in the world. And it's just like, man, they just living their lives, man, running around. They had like a little bridge over like a small river, and it was just like, wow, they don't probably know shit what's going on right now. And this was like a few years ago. This was like when Stephon Gilmore was still in the Buffalo Bills. So it was like, damn. That's just, me thinking about that brought that up. It's like, bro, a lot of white people just be in their own bubbles, bro. They really do. They be in their own bubbles, chilling. And that's just like, that's where, Bomani Jones be like, man, it's just 2 Americas. It's like, yo, white people just be in their own bubble, and black people just got to be out here just trying to survive, What else do I want to talk about? Let's check. Let's just see if I missed anything. Oh yeah. Another thing for like popular people or rich people, you can't be neutral in this situation. There's no neutral. Either you're with us or not. When that you're helping them, or if you're silent, you're helping them. And another thing for like the celebrities is I understand why we want celebrities to speak out, because they have a platform, a big platform with people, and you want them to put that out there. the information, especially for black people, black celebrities, you want them to be supportive. You want them to support you. Like, know that you're on our side. You're on our team. But, you know, it's just like, but I'm also on the other side, just like, man, fuck them. If they don't want to say anything, fuck them. We still going to do what we got to do. We still going to say fuck racism, fuck white supremacy, fuck the police, fuck Trump, fuck the government. All that. We still going to do that. So, yeah, and it was in the Dave Chappelle bit clip. It comes on. It's just like, what would Ja Rule do? And it's just like, Ja Rule, man, who fucking cares about Ja Rule? Like, this is some serious shit. Why are we paying attention to that? So, yeah, it's just like, fuck them, man. So I think that's about it right now. I'm probably gonna have more. This is not going to stop. I hope it don't stop anytime soon. We still got to put our foot on these people's neck. You know, you could do it in multiple ways, whether donations, voting, petitions, protesting. You know, eventually we'll have meetings, committee meetings, and, you know, ways of how we can build our communities and come together and figure it out and fighting against this, fighting against white supremacy, racism, systematic oppression. And yeah, man, just trying to stay positive. Hopefully you guys are staying positive and keeping your head up. I know it's tough. It's hard right now, especially for people with mental health problems. But yeah, man, we here. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep living. Yeah, man. I'll probably put a link in of like all the stuff you can support. Probably some other stuff that I might put at the end, but you know, RIP, everybody is suffering that lost their life from police brutality. We love y'all. I do want to say specifically RIP to, I think it's Tony McDade. Yeah, Tony McDade, a black trans. That's another name. Damn. I'll probably put her name in the bottom. That was another trans woman. But yeah, man, just RIP. Love you guys. But yeah, I'll probably keep talking about this in the next episode. Still trying to bring some light to it, mixed in with it. But yeah, man, I love you guys. See you next episode. Peace.